The South African Police Service has appealed to the public for help in locating 3 police constables presumed missing. The 3 police constables, Linda Cebekhulu, Keamogetswe Buys, Boipelo Senoge, were last seen at the Engen garage near the Grasmere Toll Plaza on the N1 highway on Wednesday. Right, and for more on this, we are now joined by SAPS spokesperson, Brigadier Athlenda Mathe. She joins us now via our video link. Athlenda, thank you so much for your time this evening. Something very bizarre coming out from you today following that statement, a release by the South African Police Service when it comes to 3 constables who have apparently gone missing. Maybe let's start off here. When did the SAPS realize that these constables were missing?
Well, a very good evening, and thank you for the opportunity. We realized within the first 24 hours. You'll recall that these constables were traveling from the Free State, where they reside, and they were traveling back to work when they disappeared. So on the morning that they were meant to report for duty, their commander realized that none of the two of the 3 had reported for duty, and that is when the alarm was raised. But we also had a family member who also reported them missing in Bloemfontein after trying to get a hold of them on their cell phones. Their cell phones have been off since last week, Wednesday. Or rather earlier this week.
What are preliminary investigations saying? Because I assume they were traveling in a vehicle in which you have shared, and has that vehicle been found?
Well, at this stage, the National Commissioner of the SAPS, General Fani Mastamola, has assembled a team of dedicated detectives, a team of crime intelligence operators and counterintelligence operators that are on the ground. We have established a venue operational center that is operating 24/7. We've got various experts in that particular VOC that are monitoring this particular case. We have mobilized maximum resources to trace and find our own colleagues. We are hard at work. We are searching, we're actively searching for these police officers. We owe it ourselves to find our own, and we also owe it to the families to find these police officers. As we speak, we have deployed our employee health and wellness experts, our psychologists, our chaplains, to provide the necessary psychosocial support to the families of these 3 constables. At this point in time, we are investigating a possible hijacking and kidnapping case, but we would like to assure the nation that we are doing all we can, but we cannot do it alone. We are therefore requesting members of the public that have any information on this particular incident to come forward and assist.
Athlenda, is this perhaps maybe linked to some of the cases that these 3 constables may be working on?
Well, at this stage, we don't want to rush into speculation. We are allowing the investigation to unfold, but what is a concern to us is the ongoing attacks and killings of our police officers. When you look at the stats, our police officers are being targeted on and off duty because of the work that they do. When you look at the numbers from the financial year 2020-2021, we are talking 393 police officers that were murdered on and off duty. That is a huge number. For us as the SAPS, 1 police officer is 1 too many, so we cannot afford to lose our manpower, and that is why we have mobilized maximum resources to find these 3 constables that have been missing since Wednesday, the 23rd of April.
All right, Athlenda, thank you so much for your time. That's SAPS spokesperson, Brigadier Athlenda Mathe there, just giving us a bit of information when it comes to the 3 police officers who were last seen at the Grasmere Engen garage on the N1 highway, and they've been missing since Wednesday. Of course, a hijacking incident matter there also being investigated by the police.